Hey guys, what is up? It's Bibzuda7 here again, and welcome to another video here on the Land Out of Time Anachronia. In this video, we're going to be doing loot from 50 of the highest level plant slayer monster, the Liverworts. And yeah, I'm just going to be talking about during this first bit the actual fighting of them and kind of my impressions on how they are, and compare them, I guess, to the other loot video I did, which was 50 of the highest level dinosaur, the Ripper dinosaur. And I would say these things are kind of similar in terms of how they are. I decided to mage them because I was looking at their weakness and it was fire spells, but that probably doesn't really make a difference since they don't have the highest defense. They do have a special attack as well, although I never saw it naturally. There it is right there. Basically, they pull you in and stun you and spawn 3 poison balls around that will quickly converge and you saw the damage that was dealt to the plant itself. That damage will be dealt to you instead, and the plant will heal for that much if you don't get out of the way in time. Although you do have quite a bit of time to get out of the way. I actually had to delay my kill of the plant to get that to show up because basically I never really saw it happen at all during my 50 kills, aside from then when I purposely made it happen, because it doesn't really happen too fast, and you can usually kill it before it does occur if you're high level and have enough DPS. These things do require level 110 Slayer to kill, and they actually give way more Slayer XP than the dinosaurs do. They give 3.5k Slayer XP, but I believe that is compensated for by their loot not being as good because they don't drop the bones, and their normal drops aren't that great either. But overall, I find them pretty enjoyable to fight. They cannot move, of course, because they are plants, and one thing you kind of got to watch out for is they are in the hunter area of one of the big game hunter creatures, and even if you're not in a hunter encounter, if that guy walks on top of you, he will still stun you. I killed these 2 over here that I've been killing sort of on the southwest side, and he never really wandered over here, so I didn't have any issue with that, but that's something you definitely got to watch out for. Other than that, they're pretty much just, I think they have 60k health, and they give a little under 3k combat XP total, so pretty good there, and only 5k less health than the Ripper dinosaurs, but they do give much better XP rates. So yeah, I don't think I have too much else to say on the fight. Pretty good overall. They remind me a little bit more of the Grove creatures because their auto attacks do hit a lot more than the Ripper dinosaurs by far. You can really tell the difference here. I was using the Vampirism Aura, so I was able to kill all 50 of them in one trip with a yak full of food with me, and I could have brought less prayer as well, but they do hit a lot higher, so you're going to definitely want to be praying range, and you're going to need some food for them. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the live comm clip now of the drops. So here we have the live comm. We're here at the Max Guild, and I have all the drops in my inventory. I actually forgot to bring my Charming Imp this time, so as a result of that, we have all the charms from the entire 50 kills here in my inventory. These ones look like they prefer crimsons a little bit more than blues, which the other ones were dropping more of, and we have a total of 35 charms here, I think, so a pretty good drop rate of them. Although, since you do kill them pretty slowly, it's not going to be a great place to go for charms. And then the loot here is definitely not as good as the dinosaurs, I would say. It's pretty noticeably worse, especially when they have some drops such as poison ivy berries, which is a pretty bad one. Also not shown here, I did probably get 6 or 7, maybe 8 drops of coins, and they do drop anywhere from 8 to 23k coins, so that is missing from this, although I don't think it's too big of a deal. You can just consider that when I go for the price check here. So as far as the drops go, I did get 1 Arbuck seed for the new herb, which is a rarer drop. You won't see that too often. And I got 6 Liverwort seeds, and for those of you who don't know, and I might show this in a clip at the end of the video or at some point here, the plant monsters can drop seeds of themselves, and you can go and plant those seeds in a fertile soil patch, which is I think a little bit north of the overgrown idols on the island. I can probably pull up the, oh no, Prif has got its own map. But I mean, I'll show it on the map if I do end up showing a clip of it, which I probably will. So you can plant these and kill them. And I think it says on the wiki that it turns into a seed. The seed turns into a liverwort, which can then be fought for the next 3 minutes. So that kind of makes it sound like you can kill it and maybe kill it more than once within those 3 minutes. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I will definitely actually play that clip and confirm it for you guys. You can check the description as well. I'll put it in there. But yeah, as far as their other drops go, they do drop filled bird's nests, which is something I haven't seen before from a monster, and that is pretty cool. Obviously, you can get the mole's claws and stuff like that and turn those into filled bird's nests, but I don't think any other monster actually directly drops filled ones. Those usually just come from trees, so that was kind of interesting. Although they aren't very common, I only got 4 of them here, although they thankfully are noted. They drop white berries in batches of 3 to 7. By the way, the bird's nests are 1 at a time. White berries in batches of 3 to 7, which isn't too bad. It's a good herblore secondary, especially for Iron Man. Poison ivy berries are in batches of 4 to 7, which is terrible as a drop. They really aren't worth anything, and they're only used, I believe, for Calquat payments. So they're definitely not. I don't know why they're 2K each, to be honest. I don't think many people do Calquats anymore since POF came out, but this will definitely drop their price at least a little bit, and just in general, it's not a great drop. They also drop huge spiky adamant salvage as opposed to the rune salvage of the dinosaurs, although this is noted and comes in drops of 1 to 2. They drop magic logs as well in batches of 20 to 50. So I have 64 here, so I probably got a little bit on the lower side. They drop grimy dwarf weeds, which comes in batches of 3 to 5, as well as grimy cadentines in batches of 3 to 5, and I got way more cadentines than I think I only got 1 drop of dwarf weeds, so it seems like cadentines are going to be more common there. Also papaya fruits in batches of 3 to 7, cactus spines, which is a nice one, in batches of 3 to 7. Those are a bit difficult to come by, even on mains. Like they are generally they were pretty expensive in the past as a payment for yew trees. I know they come from some of the things in the Sophonem Slayer dungeon, as well as camel warriors, but these things seem like they're going to be one of the easier ways to get them. And then lastly, we have water talismans here, which they do drop in batches of 3 to 5 as well. Also, these things apparently, according to the wiki, which has had a little bit of misinformation on it from this update until, as it's been coming out, according to the wiki, these do drop the blast diffusion boots, which are the ones that reduce the charge time on your detonate. So those are probably going to be pretty dang rare, similar, I would guess, on the lines of Cinderbane gauntlets and stuff like that. But if you do get lucky, you could pick up a pair of those. I'm not sure what those are going for right now, but they're probably worth a decent amount currently. Also, they do have the potential to drop quite a few of the various totem pieces that are from any Slayer mobs on the island. They can also drop apparently elite clues, which is nice. I'm glad to see they do have a clue drop at least available. And also they do have access to the dinosaur rib bone, which is used to upgrade the player lodge to tier 3 at the base camp. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you do still need resources plus this rib bone, as I don't think anybody's actually at that tier of drop yet, but I'll have to wait and see until that happens. But if that's the case, then you do need the actual drop plus the resources, or just the drop makes you skip the resources. I'm not too clear on that, but that'll be interesting to find out. But yeah, that's basically it, you guys. We're going to go in for the price check now, and that, as you can see, as I was expecting, it is quite significantly less than the dinosaurs, but the XP is better, so it seems like that's kind of the balance they tried to strike there. So yeah, plus if you add these bird's nests, maybe that would add like maximum 50k, but probably more around 20-25k, depending on the seeds. But yeah, that is it for these guys. I would definitely recommend killing them for XP, and maybe use a scrimshaw sacrifice if you're on a task, because these drops aren't really anything worth worrying about. Although the seeds are kind of nice, because like I said, if you plant in those patches, that does give plus 15% Slayer XP on killing them, as well as some farming XP. So pretty good to do those if you do manage to get any as drops. But that's going to be the end of this video, you guys. I hope you all did enjoy the loot video. Let me know your thoughts on these new creatures in the comments. And I think that'll probably be the last loot video I do, unless people actually want loot videos from the other monsters. I did the 2 top level ones of the plants and the dinosaurs. I could do them all. I just felt like it might get a bit spammy if I did loot videos from every one of them. But again, let me know in the comments. The other video I will definitely be releasing from the island tonight is going to be the locations and guide of getting the 60 ancient Zygomites that you need for some of the totem pieces and one of the achievements, I believe, on the island. So some people have requested that, and I don't have any of them yet on the account, so I should be able to do a full guide on where all 60 of them are. You guys can look forward to that later tonight. Check out my other videos on the island on my channel if you missed them. I did a guide on Big Game Hunter, a loot video from the Ripper dinosaurs, and a couple other videos on the totems and mini quest. Thanks for checking out the video though, you guys, and I appreciate the support on these videos from the new island, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace out.